Okay.
What amp? What do you think, Mike?
Let's see. In your opinions, what amp would you guys prefer? See, that's like so loaded. I mean, number one, what's your budget? Because your budget is going to completely eliminate some of them, probably. I mean, I can say, okay, Macintosh, or I can say Parasound, I can say Monolith. I mean,
Are you?
there's a lot of different options there. There's some great companies out there. Um, some guys roll with the old school Rotel amplifiers. I personally haven't heard a ton of differences between amplifiers myself. I've tried various ones in my setup. Most of the time, those were paired with a receiver. So I'd have a receiver and then going pre-outs out of that into an amplifier. And I don't know if I honestly could put, say the Emotiva XPA5 and the Parasound A51 and a BNK 200.5 and try doing some AB. I'm not so sure that I would be able to go, oh yeah, that's that one and that's that one. You know, um, that's just me. So
Yeah.
I would look at build quality. I'd look at, just their history, you know, um, and kind of go from there.
How about you, Chana?
let's just say if you had $1,200, I'd go with the Parasound New Classic 200. Put 200 watts into those things, you're gonna love them. I had them connected to the Parasound A52 Plus, which was 180 watts per channel or something like that. Yeah, they were awesome. So honestly, like Mike said, it's really tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough. I would go with an amplifier, like if you like Class D. Maybe we should just try to, be like, if you like Class AB, go with XYZ. If you like Class H, go with a Motiva. If you like Class A, go with, or sorry, AB, or D or whatever, So maybe going on that preference is easier to make a recommendation. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, really.
A lot of preferences out there, and it really depends on. And some of you guys have your amplifiers out in the open, and so you may not. It may sound great, but you may not be the look that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know you didn't ask me, but I'm gonna chime in anyway.
We
So,
didn't ask you, Joe.
yeah, no, but I just
He's gonna get some $70 desk amp.
No, I mean, if it's a desk amp, I would do that. I would say, when it comes to amplifiers, I'm like you, Michael. I can't hear that much of a difference. I've done measurements where I can measure a difference.
Yeah.
Frequency response wise, even they have a slight difference in them. And so, is it a huge difference? I wouldn't say it's a huge difference. Not like comparing speakers, it's a huge difference, right? But I would say like even doing a little bit of EQ is gonna make up for a lot of that difference. That's why typically when we make a recommendation, it's based on like what the EQ is or what the room correction calibration is, because that makes such a huge difference to the sound. I would say those are the factors that I look for, because EQ, if you're able to do that, you're gonna be able to change the sound anyway, right? I would look for, a lot of people are very technical, looking at like, what's the slew rate of this thing? What's the voltage swing? Like, I don't know how that's translate to sound. Just make sure you get an amplifier that's powerful enough to play it as loud as you want to without distorting the speaker or distorting the amp, not the speaker. Right. So make sure that, and then also the main difference that I notice is actually how the thing looks and feels, right? You have to look at that thing all the time. So when it looks cool, it makes me feel good. Like straight up, when you have a good looking amplifier there and just like, you look at it like,
damn,
I like that thing. I like that. I like what that does.
I mean, I can only hear the two Parasounds clicking when they turn on from when I turn it on. So I'm like, oh, there they are. They're there.
That's what you paid for right there. The click.
Yeah, that's it. That little click, click, click.
You hear those? What is that?
I mean, the cool part about that is, my setup is they're actually being used every day. So, it's in the living room. My wife, watches her workout stuff on there. And just all our TVs. I mean, the TV's pretty much on because she likes to have something on while she's cooking or whatever. So they're getting used every day. Hours upon hours every day. So